And we've got the Seahawks, sure-handed wide receiver. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Seahawks and the Packers under the lights on Monday night.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight we put a bow on... Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. On play action, here's Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude. But your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost, hold on to it. Take care of the football. That's all you needed to do.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamin Davis, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Play action now. Levis. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Levis now off of play action. Steps away. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. A short throw to Musgrave. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. Now Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Levis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. An inside give to Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looking to pass. Tua.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Packers defense.
They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. But he's been the guy already over 100 yards here the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Tua going to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Keon White
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
A short throw to Musgrave. Room past the 35.
And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Keon White.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle, Jones.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fourth down, Levis.
That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The Seahawks at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Levis to throw off play action.
The throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go, 4th down, Levis.
Oh, and that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Boye Mafe
in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Tua. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
A short throw to Musgrave.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Here's Tua. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Devin Bush, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Levis now on 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Levis. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Tua's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Completes it again to Dobbs. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Tua now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Check white. Black swamp.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Levis now off of play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Play action now. Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, Levis. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. Down the left sideline. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Levis back to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Levis. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packers offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reynolds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That's good for the Packers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
43-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
This is brought in at the 21. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And out now come the Seahawks. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Levis's throw into the hands of Fant. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Levis to throw off play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about it?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Myers can kick off for
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A short throw to Musgrave.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Just a gain of a couple there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
On 1st down, Levis.
This is caught.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Levis sets up to throw here.
Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Levis.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
3rd and goal. Here's Levis.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The give is to Jones. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
taken a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Seahawks continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
There he goes, left side.
Still on his feet.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's Tua. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Levis on 3rd down.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. And he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Jamin Davis, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They have pressure coming, and they got it once again. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
First and 10. Here's Levis.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Play action now. Levis.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Levis looking to throw.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.